Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sthavaram Jagyamam Vyaptam Yat Kichit Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Babaji Vyapiyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padambujaha Vedantam Bhuja Soyoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnana Shakti Samarudha Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta Dharma Bandha Vidayine Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shoshanam Bhava Sindosha Jnaparam Sarasampadaha Guru Padorakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tattva Jnana Paranasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mahatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Adiranadisha Guru Paramadevata Guru Paratarannasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravina Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Guru Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda. Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Bhajo Guru Sri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
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 Bhajo Guru Shri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Bhajo Guru Sri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Bhajo Guru Shri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Bhajo Guru Sri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Bhajo Guru Shri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Bhajo Guru Sri Vishwananda Shri Giridhari Sharanam Bhajo Guru Narasimhadeva Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narayan
Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Guru Dev Sadguru Dev Premavatara Shri Vishwananda
Shri Guru Dev Sadguru Dev
Om Avatara Shishaya Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Vedakara Samudyataya Namaha, Om Sukshmatanave Namaha, Om Chinmayaya Namaha, Om Gurumurtaye Namaha, Om Sundaraya Namaha, Om Solochanaya Namaha, Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Charvasaya Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Padmabhujaya Namaha, Om Madagamanaya Namaha, Om Charambaradharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha, Om Shri Bhavachakaya Namaha, Om Gayatri Ashwane Namaha, Om Apanasvikarakaya Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayana Iti Matrupasakaya Namaha, Om Swaramayaya Namaha, Om Madhurakantaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Lulupaya Namaha, Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha, Om Hitavashide Namaha, Om Vakmine Namaha, Om Chitakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadharaya Namaha, Om Sadave Namaha, Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Suradaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Shubhikshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Ardhaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingachana Prosakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkarapasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha, Om Samadashine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanilaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Guhyaya Namaha, Om Vimutatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Yudhidaraya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratvikramaya Namaha, Om Ganaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharana Maradarshakaya Namaha, Om Kutastha Jagatakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Savamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamaikata Bhavavardhakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Shri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Deva Avantu no Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pratigya Sapta Ramabi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Treda Hidade Param samo namasya bahum sure treni vada vichakrame Vishnu gopa adabhyaha ato dharmani dharene Vishnu karmani pashyata yato vratani paspashe indrasya yujasakaha tat Vishnu paramam paragum sada pasyanti suryaha devi vachakshuratatam tad vipraso vipanyavo jagruvagum sasamidate Vishnu yat paramam param. Sadgurudevaya dhimai Dhano Vishwananda prachodayate Om Premavattaraya Vimai Sadgurudevaya dhimai Dhano Vishwananda prachodayate Om Premavattaraya Vimai Sadgurudevaya dhimai Dhano Vishwananda prachodayate. Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketavare Narayana Chutati Vikrama Chakrapale Vedadi Sanjadara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavanasa Hare Murare Radesha Gopicha Surupa Padadi Vantya Shri Dvarakashaya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvane Kamote Gopala Deva Hare Tava Suprabhatam Meenakrite Kamara Rupa Varaha Murte Devi Kramaya Guhane Puru Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana सुप्रभातं श्रीकाश्यपात्रि सुखनारद गौतमादि ब्रह्मर्षि सङ्गमनि सङ्गमभारतेषु तिष्ठन्ति देव भवदर्शन भाग्यहेतुः गोपालशेखर हरे तव सुप्रभातं मन्दारचारि तुलसीदय मालिकार्ये मायानि अञ्जलिपुते समुदाहरन्ति तिष्ठन्ति त्वद्भवरतालतले मुनेन्द्रः राधा मनोहर हरे तव सुप्रभातं वेदत्रयं पठति गौतमकानगुह्यः गायन्ति सद्गुणगणो वरदासभागः सङ्कीर्तयन्ति तव नाम कदा विशेषः श्रीनारदादि ऋषयः तव सुप्रभातं गोवर्धनोदरन गोपकिशोर गोप गोपीजनामृत सुरेश भवानिपोत त्रैलोक्यमोहन सुमङ्गल दिव्यदेह श्रीरुक्मिणीशवरदा तव सुप्रभातं श्रीवत्सचीन शरणागत पारिजात भक्तातिभञ्जन कृपाकर दीनबन्धो दीयन्त गायति जनाप्रिय दिव्यरूप श्रीनन्द गोपतनया तव सुप्रभातं पद्माक्ष पद्ममुख पद्मधर प्रमेय पद्मालयस्य हिर पद्मनिवास शौरि पद्मोद्भवार्ति सुरसेविर पार पद्म पद्मालिनाथ हरये तव सुप्रभातं वृन्दातले विहरणाय महेन्द्रवन्द्य गन्धर्वदर्पहरतिन्यसुतेशरूप चन्द्राननाय शिरशङ्कनलिप्नदेह गोविन्द यादव हरे तव सुप्रभातं श्रीनन्दनन्दन यशोदकुमार धीर मयङ्गदीन रविशोन सुपुष्पहार नीलम्बुधार सुशरीर रमा विहार गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातं श्रीवर्षजम्भवति सत्य सुगन्धि भद्र श्रीमित्रविन्ददिवसा प्रभुपुत्रिकार्ये तिष्ठन्ति दिव्य भवमे तव सेवनारं गोपीमना प्रिय हरे तव सुप्रभातं श्रीकृष्ण अच्युत अनन्त मुकुन्द शौरि राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयो न निशम्वदन्ति ब्राह्मी मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातं श्रीकृष्ण सुप्रभातं ये पतन्ति अहनिसा भूरि कृतं महापापः श्रीकृष्ण ग्राह्येतोऽर्थम्
ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर् गोविन्द सर्वकरणकरणं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकर सद्मसुकल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरविपालयन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रम सेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं त्वनन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं भावतं समसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषं सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमन्तभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि पन्तस्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवान् सोऽप्यस्ति यत्प्रपदसि न विचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसो रचयितुं जगदन्तकोटि यः शक्तिरस्ति जगदन्तचयायदन्तः अन्दन्तरस्तपरमाणुचयन्तरस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमासनयानभूषः शुक्रेणमेव निगमाकथितस्तु भन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसा प्रतिभाविताभिस्ताभिर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभि गोलोक एव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनचुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्ताः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठा नानावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णा स्वयं समभवत् परमापुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि यस्या प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदन्तकोटि कोटिश्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिहीना तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तः शेषभूता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदन्तशतानि सूत्रे त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयभेदवितायमाना सद्भावलम्बि परसत्त्वविशूरसत्त्वा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मतया मनस्सु या प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामसुतेषु तेषु ते प्रभावनिशया विहितश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि सृष्टिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेका च एव यस्य भुवनानि विभर्ति दुर्गा ईशानुरूपमपि यस्य शशेषते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि चिरं यथा दधिविकारविशेषयोगा सञ्जायते नहि तथा पृथगस्तिवेदो यशम्भुतामपि तथा समुपेति कार्या गोविन्दमादिपुरुषा तमहं भजामि Jatasya sadrishin karuna purete Govindamani purusha tamaham bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami. Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami.
Om Aginati Mirandasa Aginajana Shalayakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Good morning, everyone, and happy Diwali, which is actually tonight, but happy Diwali Day. I thought I would this morning look at Diwali and also the days leading up to Diwali and investigate a little bit the relationship of Bhagavan with his bhaktas. This is the reason for the current verse. Shriya sameti sarpano nantanahma nandati tasmateva sarvada mama bhagyam vardhate. The goddess of fortune always resides in the heart of the Supreme Lord, and he is the ultimate source of all blessings. Thus, those who worship him are eternally blessed, gaining both material prosperity and spiritual fulfillment. Canto 5, Chapter 18, Verse 9. So we see in here this relationship beginning to reveal itself, put in terms of Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, of course, being the perfect devotee. And saying here that she always resides in the heart of Bhagavan. And he is responsible for prosperity and spiritual fulfillment. But when we think of Mahalakshmi, we also think of her as being responsible for prosperity and spiritual fulfillment. And indeed, she presses his feet, but the grace comes from him. And so we as bhaktas are there in front of Bhagavan in this relationship with him, where he gives the sweetness through the Divine Mother. And indeed, the preparations for Diwali begin with an acknowledgement of the figure of the Mother. When on Govatsa Dvadashti, when we venerate the cows and calves, we venerate the beauty of this mother relationship. Guruji wrote on that day that Sri Krishna himself would run behind the cows and calves of Vrindavan because they are truly special. Love flows through their veins very naturally. A cow can sense love from within someone's heart and tries to be closer to them. She will ignore thousands of random people, but will find Bhagavan, the Satguru, very easily. And yet there's a strange paradox here. This great love that exists, which is embodied in the cow, isn't enough to liberate them. We need a human body. We need our mind to go the next step. But we know that love is essential. And so we now come to the second day, because the love itself isn't enough. We need our mind. But what's the problem with the mind? The problem with the mind is it's the mind. I don't need to explain that. And so the cleansing of the mind is the step we all have to go through, which can take many lifetimes and lots of hard work. And it's represented by the churning of the Milky Ocean. And of course, the first thing to come out is the halala, the poison. But then after that, what's the first thing to come out? The first thing to come out of the Milky Ocean is Kamadhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow. And she's the one that gives birth then to Nandini and is the progenitor of all cows. And so there's this relationship starting to build. But the next thing, towards the end of the churning, we get Lakshmi and Dhanvantari coming out. And again, this relationship builds. Lakshmi being the one who's there pressing his feet, and Dhanvantari, the giver of, or the Ayurvedic doctor, the one who gave us, he's the god of health, the one who gave us Ayurveda. It's an interesting story that the whole of the churning of the Milky Ocean starts because of an elephant. That Indra is riding on his elephant, and Durvasa, who's renowned for his anger, gifts Indra a garland. And Indra, not feeling worthy, feeling a little bit arrogant, not feeling that this isn't something he wants to wear, he puts it on the tusk of the elephant. And bees are attracted by the flowers in the garland. And so the elephant freaks out a bit and throws the garland to the ground. And in that moment, Durvasa sees this, is insulted, and so curses him and therefore all the gods that they will lose their power. I find this absolutely fascinating, that the gods can lose their power. It reminds me of the story, because you think it's who they are, right? They're gods because they have power. And yet they lose their very characteristic, which makes them who they are. It reminds me of the story of Swami Arati when Guruji took away from him all his memories. We consider our personality made up of many aspects, including our memories. And yet Guruji can take that away in an instant. And so, pointing to the fact that there's something far deeper here. It's not just who we are that's important. It's the relationship that exists between us. And that can't be taken away. The relationship that exists between Bhagavan and ourselves is, Govinda, is what I believe is at the core of who we are. And so we're reminded that if he can take away everything, he can also give everything. And so he is the source of all things. It's a reminder of who he is and who we are in relationship to him. And so we enter into the churning of the mind so that we can begin to enter into the true relationship with him. But it's a difficult process, and we don't always see the results easily and quickly. Yet, the search, I believe, is what Bhagavan truly enjoys. It's what he relishes. There was a saint, I remember watching a documentary a few years ago on a saint who, once he attained realization, he said the thing that he missed now that he was realized was the searching. The enjoyment of really striving to achieve that state where he was at one with God. And so I believe that God also enjoys that play, which is what it's all about. And Swami Aniruddha, I remember, once gave a satsang where he spoke about a conversation he had with Guruji. And in that conversation, he said to Gurudev, but if you want, you can give it to me, can't you? You can give me that realization. Come on, just, no one has to know, just, give it to me. But why not, sort of thing. And Guruji said to him at some stage, just remember, it's his game. It's his game. When he wants. And he wants to pull us along a little bit, like fish, when we go fishing, like fish on a string. It's a bit of the sport, yeah? And he wants to bring us closer. He wants to see, how much do we want him? How much do we yearn for him? How much do we long for him? And it's interesting that when Dhanvantari arrives with the pot of Amrit, he's got the Amrit there in his hands, yeah, which both the Devas and the Asuras are wanting. That then he appears as Mohini out of the milky ocean. And he distracts the Asuras so that the Devas can drink the Amrit. What that represents for me is those who do not have a pure mind, those who are distracted by the beauties of the world, those who are not yet ready to give their 100% focus to him. Here's something to distract you. Here's the world. Play for a little bit, Those who truly want him, who truly long for him, they can drink the Amrit. So this image of Mohini with her Amrit is an image of the relationship we have with Maya or with Bhagavan. And our heart will choose where it gets pulled. And until we churn and cleanse the mind, we're pulled this way. But then once purified, we're automatically pulled the other way. We come to the point of surrender. It's what we chant every day. Sarva dharman parityatya mayapam sharanam vraja. So we're giving ourselves, entrusting ourselves totally to him and abandoning everything else. Guruji wrote on the day of Dhanvantara, when he comes out, Dhanvantari, the churning of the milky ocean is a leader that has great significance for those who wish to sincerely walk the spiritual path. It represents the great battle one must fight against one's bad qualities that are hidden within, the inner asuras and the demons. However, never forget that the devas or the good qualities only win because of the direct intervention of the will of Bhagavan. He has to want it. The good qualities only win because of his intervention. And so we go back to that story of Swami Niruddha, as I said. But you can give it when you want then. It's his game. We just do our part. One's efforts are crucial, he says. Nothing can work without them, because it is through one's sincere and continuous effort that one shows Bhagavan the deep desire to reach his lotus feet. Then he joyfully manifests himself in one's life as the Satguru comes to collect back to himself every jiva that is longing for him, saving one from the poison of worldliness and lifting the Atma high up in his arms like a child. And so this process of purification, this process of walking towards him, is something that happens almost unawares. We're not really aware of what we're doing. It's the story of the disciple with the leaky bucket, where the master tells the disciple to read the Bhagavad Gita, or the Srimad Bhagavatam, one of the two. And Bhagavatam, yeah? To read the Bhagavatam. And he reads the Bhagavatam, but he says, look, there's nothing happening. Well, I'll read it again. So he reads it again, but there's nothing happening. And again, but there's nothing happening. And so the master sends him to collect water with a leaky bucket. And every day he's bringing the water with a leaky bucket. And as he's traveling, of course, the water is being lost. And by the time he gets there, there's no water. So he perceives that his task has been futile, useless. And so after several days of doing this, he goes to the master and he says, look, there's a pointless activity going on here. Why am I doing this? And the master says to him, the bucket I gave you was dirty, but look at it now. And sure enough, when he looks inside the bucket, because of all the water every day being washed and cleansed, is now clean. And along the path where he was walking, flowers have started to grow and sprout. And so, Guruji says about achieving the Samrit and about the necessity, the final result can only be given by a Satguru, by him, through his lotus feet, through his devotion. In general, he says, why do people go to a master and receive what the master is giving? It is because the master carries the Amrit, the nectar. Even though you do not perceive it with the mind, you do receive it. Through satsang, through satsang, through our talk, you are receiving something, and what you are receiving is contributing to your advancement. What you are receiving, even without knowing it, is the Amrit. So the Amrit seems to both purify but also be an end destination. And the Amrit, I believe, is the recognition of our relationship with him. He says of yesterday, Kali and Krishna are worshipped together on this amazing day. A day full of paradoxes, mysteries, and deep expanse of spirituality. The color black absorbs everything. All is welcome. Nothing is rejected. We offer our gratitude to him for being in our lives and accepting every aspect of us. Even the parts that we feel guilty and ashamed of or feel arrogance and pride over. Bhagavan helps us to surrender everything to his lotus feet and let go of it. Let go of all except himself. Because at his lotus feet is complete freedom, is the true joy that everyone searches for but doesn't find. And so, he gives us the fullness of that relationship. This is why we are with him, so that we can be with him, but so that we can enjoy it fully, so that we can appreciate that relationship fully. We need to be purified. We need to do our work. But we start also with the cows of Vrindavan. We start with love. And so we arrive today at Diwali. One of the things we celebrate today is, of course, the return of Rama to Ayodhya. He had his wife, Sita, kidnapped. And he realizes that Ravana is going to be a heavy opponent. And so he prays to Durga. And happy with his prayers, not only his prayers, he plucks out one of his eyes in the process, but happy with his prayers, she appears to him and grants him victory over Ravana after several days of battle. And she says that she will be present in his spear to kill him. Again, we see this I don't know the word for it, this relationship that Bhagavan has with himself through us. Rama, an avatar, an incarnation of the Lord himself. The Lord who gives all blessings. He prays to Durga. He prays to the Divine Mother and asks for victory. Yet it's he himself who is granting the victory. It reminds me of the words of Nandamai Ma. She says, I don't have it. Yes, she says, what a comedy God's Leela is. What a lunatic asylum. He himself is sporting with himself. He is playing with himself. And he's entering into this relationship with himself. And he does it through us. Through all of his creation. And so Rama is victorious over Ravana. And he enters Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. And so he comes home. He comes home with Sita, representing our coming back home. The journey that we go through of the churning of the ocean, of recognizing that love. That journey that we go through is a journey where we finally arrive back home and arrive victorious with him, recognizing that relationship. Because at the moment we are in exile, waiting to return home. We just have to do our part, purify, do our effort, and he will do what he wants. There's no option except to let go. The only thing that we have to keep in our mind is him. We are there for him, whatever he chooses. This is the true relationship of the Bhakta. We are his, regardless what happens. Whether we are fighting demons, whether we are in exile, whether we are enjoying the innocence of the love like the calves of Vrindavan. He writes, fix your eyes and heart completely on the lotus feet of the Satguru. Whatever dreams, visions, wishes and goals you have, let him become the one to walk with you every step of the way and finally bring you to himself. With the blessings of the Satguru, he writes, all is possible. One simply has to walk behind. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Dalita रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे श्री सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे श्री सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वराला तेरो नाम सबको जन्मति दे भगवान 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 रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 कौशल्या के प्यारे राम दशरथ नंद दुलारे राम 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 रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय राम जय राम जय राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय राम जय राम जय राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय राम जय राम जय राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय राम जय राम जय राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यति प्राय करुणा कराय मंगल मंगल में यति प्राय करुणा कराय मंगल मंगल में प्रपति दाम कराताय मंगल मंगल में प्रपति दाम कराताय मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में शालिग्राम प्रतिष्ठिताय मंगल मंगल में शालिग्राम प्रतिष्ठिताय मंगल मंगल में तीरंदारिणी गोरखजाय मंगल मंगल में त्रिरंदारिणी गोरखजाय मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में रंगेशा कंकायरताय मंगल मंगल में रंगेशा कंकायरताय मंगल मंगल में मननताय त्वरिणिताराय मंगल मंगल में मननताय त्वरिणिताराय मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में रामानुज मंगल मंगल में यतिराजा रामानुज मंगल मंगल में ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी रे जगदीश हरे वात शनों के सांगत रास शनों के सांगत शन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो जावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे काश मिटे धन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गाँव में किसकी नबी शरण गाँव में किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आशा करूं मैं जिसकी ओम जय Giridhari Lala Chankarar Koji, Giridhari Lala Chankarar Koji, Giridhari Lala Chankarar Koji. Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandusha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya Davina Tvameva, Tvameva Salva Mama Deva Deva, Tvameva Salva Mama Deva Deva. Oh Vedam Asatoma Sagamaya, Tamasoma Jyoti Gamaya, Mityama Amrita Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Vitsabol Shri Lakshmi Narayan Bhagavan ki, Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Bhagavan. Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki. Om Kling Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakama Mantrayanta Tantra Oshadasya Shastrani Samaraya Samaraya Mrityor Mochaya Mochaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vidyeshwala Paritaya Savalekshumra Parashme Param Brahmane Param Jyotishe Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Jai Shri Ram.